Describe your perfect date.
I'd have to say April 25th, because it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Counterpoint, April 25th is the day that my dad died, so I'm going to teach you about framing effect because I hate this clip so much and it shows up every single year. But teaching stuff makes me feel better, it might help you, and my dad would think it's funnier than hell, so... The framing effect is how a person's decisions are influenced by the way that options are presented or the way that statements are made. So the easiest example of this would be if there was a due date for a payment, and if you paid before it was $75, but if you paid after it was $100. If those options were framed as you get a discount for paying early versus there is a late penalty for paying later, that would influence people in different ways. In that specific example, by the way, it's interesting to note that people were far more influenced by the threat of a late fee than they were about getting some kind of budgeted price on an early payment. But the framing effect is not just about how speakers relay information, but it's also about the framework that people have when they receive that information. In the case of April 25th, that framework might have to do with the weather and the positive memories associated with spring. And for other people, like Jake Rupp, it might have to do with the anniversary of your dad's death. And that framework is built strong. It is made out of the same stuff I was going to say the urn is. Is that okay? Can I say that? It's critical to keep in mind that we can be very easily manipulated by the way that information and options are presented to us. But audiences also have their own sets of very unshakable frameworks that are difficult to budge through. So when we say that we can't please everybody, the framing effect is why. Where does that leave us? I fucking hate that clip, and I am absolutely always going to. But that doesn't mean that it's not funny. It just doesn't land within my framework as something that's going to be successful. So I'm going to go get some burgers and watch some baseball with my family. Love you, Dad.